Greetings! We're located in Dayton, Ohio, the birthplace of aviation, the town of Orville and Wilbur Wright, and you're looking right now at Brad Gamblin, who has been a native of Southwest Ohio. For how long have you been living?
About 25 years.
25 years. Okay. Where do you actually live? In Dayton?
No, I actually live in a small town southeast of Dayton called Waynesville.
Oh, okay. So you have to commute to get here? Is it a long commute?
It's about 25 miles, takes about 35 minutes.
I see.
On a good day.
And we're at the Masonic Lodge. Is that the name of this place?
It's called the Dayton Masonic Center.
And Brad is head of development for it. And this is just a gargantuan building. He just took me on a tour of the building, and it is fabulous. It's 82 years old, and he showed me all around. And they have to constantly raise funds to keep it and maintain it. So that must be challenging, isn't it, Brad?
Well, it sometimes is. We actually, the Masons that have an allegiance to this building are generally quite generous, but it seems like we need to raise $1 million for a new roof. 6 years ago, we redid an auditorium. That was another $1 million. We just redid a 2,700 square foot lounge, and that was $180,000 this last summer. So everything's expensive.
Oh, I can imagine.
But it's a good worthy cause. This building's available to the public, has 7 auditoriums, 7 pipe organs, a large dining area, banquet hall that can seat 800. So it takes some doing to keep it running, but I enjoy it. It's sort of I don't know if I call it quite a retirement job, but it's a nice job, and I rather enjoy it. But I think one of these days, take a little more time for myself.
I see. Yeah, because before this, you were in the printing business or the printing ink business, weren't you, with your brother, you said?
Yeah, very brief history. I left St. Louis and went to Florida working for my former father-in-law, Gene McDonald, who, among other things, built the Gateway Arch. And his daughter and I lived in Clearwater.
Was that McDonald Construction Company?
Correct.
Wow. I remember those 2 cranes, and they said McDonald Construction Company.
That's right. And that was a long time ago. I do sort of remember, no, I do remember them. But I have lived there, then eventually Nancy, I met, actually got divorced from Cindy McDonald and met about a year later my wife Nancy of almost 30 years now, and we moved up here in '86 to go to work with my older brother Roger Gamblin, a 1950 Country Day grad, and he had developed a low rub newspaper printing ink, and Roger is very blessed in a lot of things. He had obtained his PhD in physics from Princeton and a master's in math from MIT, etc. I think he got most of the brains of the family, but he didn't. We'll put it this way: a lot of gifted individuals may not always be the best business person. So eventually, we had the opportunity. We got about we had the opportunity to do other things.
I see. And you were the business person, I take it.
I raised the money for him, and eventually we got about 1/3 of it back, and as I said, the opportunity to do other things. We like it here. It's a pleasant town. It's very similar to St. Louis. We're 50 miles from Cincinnati and 60 miles from Columbus, and yet everything is also here in Dayton that you could possibly want.
Yeah, I used to come here all the time on business, and it was one of my favorite cities. Now, this is Roger, your brother Roger. Now, you had a brother Taylor too, didn't you? I remember he used to run ads in the news for Taylor Gamblin Real Estate.
Correct.
Yeah. How's he doing? Is he?
Well, he passed away about 2 years ago.
Oh, okay.
He was 12 years older than I am. And Roger is 10 years older than I am. And Taylor had lived about the last 30 years out in the Colorado area.
So you were the baby of the family. There were
Yes.
3 boys and you were the youngster.
Correct.
Oh, okay.
I think I was a surprise.
Oh, well, what a surprise. So you're married now? You've been married for 30 years?
Correct. To Nancy, whom I met in Florida. Nancy Kinney was her maiden name. She has got a degree in nursing from Akron University. She suffered through a couple of winters in Cleveland, working for the Cleveland Clinic, and decided that was not for her, and moved to Florida, and eventually we met there, and been together ever since.
Gosh, that's great. Do you have any children?
No kids, no.
Okay.
So we're what you call dinks.
Oh, yeah. What does that stand for?
Dual income, no kids.
Okay. Well, I've just interviewed two of our other classmates, and they're dinks too. I talked to Bob Taylor
Oh, yes.
and Jack Cole.
Oh, yes.
They're both dinks.
Well, we had a really tremendous time. We enjoy things. We enjoy being involved with the Masons. I enjoy being involved in the Dayton community, and we travel when we can and want to, and life is good.
Well, I remember that you attended the 25th reunion, and you came in a van or a bus type of vehicle.
It was a converted bus camper, which we don't have anymore. We've kind of decided it's easier to fly there and get a hotel room than it is drive that big old thing all across the country.
Well, you impressed everyone at the reunion.
Yeah, I guess that did make kind of a splash, which, well, that was kind of fun.
Yeah, I think I went aboard, and it was really deluxe the way you had it outfitted and everything.
Oh, it was. And then, of course, like a lot of things, toys of that type, why you end up using it less and less every year because it's such a hassle to get it out and load it up and get it ready and take a trip. And then we expanded our horizons a bit, and now would, love to go overseas and different places.
Oh, where do you go overseas? Any special favorite places?
London's probably our favorite.
Hmm.
We've been to the Mediterranean and South America, Mexico, Caribbean, of course, and
Now, South America, where in South America have you been?
I've been to Colombia and years ago to Caracas.
Oh, okay.
Those are the main ports. We've thought about Costa Rica, and we may do that. That I understand from people is a wonderful trip.
Yeah, yeah. But you've been to Colombia. I don't know what goes on in Colombia other than drugs.
Colombia is actually a beautiful country, and it was probably been 30 years ago that I went to Colombia.
Uh-huh.
And but it is a beautiful country, and they have wonderful. They're known for their beef.
Oh,
They're also
okay.
known for their drugs, but not as much as Mexico anymore.
I see. Okay, and you go to the Mediterranean. Where in the Mediterranean do you travel?
Well, mostly in the Eastern Mediterranean, and we covered most of the countries and spots there. Spain, of course, and Italy. Been to Rome. We've done the circuit.
I see. So you're still working,
Yes.
and meanwhile, some of us are retired, but it sounds like you're happy and you enjoy what you're doing.
I do. It's a worthy cause. This building is a community asset that should be preserved, and that's why I like doing this. And it's a good group of people to work with.
Well, I just gave you that souvenir, the mask program
Oh, yes.
from 1961, and I really owe you a vote of thanks for getting me involved in soliciting ads. That's when I realized that I was a born salesman. Well, listen, it's been great talking with you, and looking forward to getting together with you for lunch. And I know people want to see Brad Gamblin, so here he is.
Thank you.